So this evening, I'm very much looking forward to a speech by Manish. The title I loved actually, because one of the greatest problems in the world I think today are millennials, the lazy bunch. And as it happens, the title of his speech is millennials. So I'm looking forward to hearing about his views on millennials and what can be done better. In terms of speech objectives, so the main things he's looking to do are to come across with some audience engagement to see how the audience comes along. He's looking to structure his speech and his content in such a way that it's logical and flows, and also looking to make sure that he gets his points across. So those are the three things I'll be looking out for. I'll also be looking out for just flow and general entertainment, because we want to come here to be entertained. So millennials. So Manish is going to give us a speech called Millennials. So with a speech called Millennials, please welcome Manish Speaker.
Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters and most welcome guests. The millennials, they get a lot of stick. They don't seem to have too many fans. Except themselves, they love themselves. And they've been called a lot of very condescending things, as has already been alluded to, lazy being one of them. Let's define what the millennials are. Who here is a millennial? Who was born in the 80s or the 90s? Over here. There are a few of you. Okay, there are a few. The national, in the UK, there are 13 million millennials, and that's around 20% of the population. So we're exceeding the national average here, so that's good. Why do we care about millennials? What's so important about them? The millennials this year will be, the youngest will be 18, and the eldest will be 38. So that means three things. Firstly, they can all vote. We're all voting age. That makes them very, very interesting to politicians. Number two, they're big spenders, and especially at this age. So, you know, if you're 18, 40, between 18 and 40, you're having a family, you might be getting married, you might be buying a house, furniture, babies. You're big spenders. It makes you very, very interesting to corporates and businesses. And number three, they're the next generation. You millennials are the next generation. So you're going to be influencing how the world, how the UK and how the world will turn out, right? So we need to be very, very interested in what you're thinking as millennials. So what's the bad image about? So we've already heard one, not my words, lazy. But they have a lot of stereotypes. One is a sense of entitlement. So people think that they just want what they want without necessarily having to go out there and earn it, without going out there to work for it. Second one is narcissistic. People think they are very narcissistic, meaning they have an excessive interest in themselves. So they love themselves, it seems, especially if you go through social media, look through your feed. There's a lot of apparent narcissism there. And social media, they're always on social media. People think they should be doing something more productive with their lives. Instant gratification. People say they just want things immediately. They just think that they deserve things immediately. There's no patience, apparently. And they want to spend money that they haven't got on things they don't need. So these are all some of the accusations levelled at millennials. But they have a lot of positives, right? This can't all be true. The positives are, well, they genuinely they want to do good in the world. They have a good sense of purpose. They want to make an impact in the world, so they say. They're very global in nature, so they're very welcoming of people from global countries, from overseas cultures, different people, different walks of life. They care about the environment, that's the other thing. So they, along with the whole sense of purpose and the impact they want to have, they really care about the environment. And that's much more than previous generations. So that's another great thing. They care about issues like animal welfare and plastic in the oceans and that sort of thing. So they have a lot of positive points. And do the negatives outweigh the positives? There's a guy called Simon Sinek, I don't know if you've ever come across him. He's got this amazingly viral video on YouTube. He talked about millennials once, and he's the expert on millennials. And he's kind of their champion, and he says, don't blame the millennials, blame the parents. It's the parents which caused this whole kind of self-interest. You know, when the millennials were growing up, they were told, oh, don't worry, just turn up. It's not the winning, it's the taking part that counts. They were called the trophy generation because you get a trophy just for turning up. And that, he says, drives a lot of this kind of self-interest and entitlement culture which they have. And they were just called amazing. They were called special things every single day. They would say, oh, you're just so special. So no wonder when they come along, go to the workplace or go to university, they can't all be winners, right? So that's where they might start struggling because of the kind of upbringing they had. And then he blames technology as well. So technology, they grew up in a world of social media and smartphones and selfies and Facebook and Twitter and everything. So they felt this huge need and peer pressure to kind of post amazing things about themselves every single day. So there was almost a competition to have the most amazing lives. So selfies and pictures of your six-packs and pictures of your amazing body and your lunch and your breakfast and your cats and all sorts of things. So this brought about this whole notion of narcissism, and you know what he says is don't blame the millennials, blame technology, because technology encourages this to happen. So that's all well and good, but you know the big question really for me is how will the millennials turn out? You know, what is the future for them? What sort of impact will they have on the world? And for me, I really believe that they are a force for good. I think they are the best generation we've ever seen so far. I think they're going to be the most influential generation for this planet. So I would say to the millennials, don't listen to what the oldies are telling you. They're probably just jealous of your youth. Make the most of your youth, make the most of your amazing qualities, do good in the world, and be a force for good. This is Toastmasters.